Let's talk about private school pressure. Yes, we had a video the other day talking about why you should not take your children to high cost private schools. And I received quite a bit of heat. A lot of people were so passionate against it, and a lot of people said a lot of things for and against this particular video. But today I'm going to talk about something related to the same, and that is private school pressure. Yes, there's a certain pressure that comes when you are taking your children to these high cost schools. Let me give you several examples. You are just back from summer break because high cost schools have summer breaks. So summer comes, kids go away for 6 weeks, they come back and they start talking. They start saying, oh, this week, this last summer we went to Spain. Or this last summer we went to Mauritius. This last summer we went to Australia or Cape Town in South Africa. We enjoyed ourselves. Here are the pictures. We had a wonderful time. Now here is the pressure. Your children went up country, went to the village to visit their grandparents. Your children are made to feel like they are either poor, they are struggling, they are backward, or they are just plain old wannabes. Pressure starts with your children. So your children come back home and ask you, Mom, why didn't you go anywhere? Everyone is going here and here and here and here. Your children start giving you the pressure. And remember, if you are the person that we were talking about in the previous video, who used all their money to take this child to this school and cannot be able to keep up because they are trying to keep appearances but cannot be able to keep up with the other parents as regards to money. The other parents, you are going to pick up, the other situation, you're going to pick up your kids from school because, everyone has to drive in that school. No one goes on foot. So you have to pick your kid from school because the kids that go with public means or the school bus are kids of parents who do not have the money to either buy a nice car or have a chauffeur. So you take your beat down Toyota to go and pick your children. Even you at the parking lot are already feeling the pressure. Pressure. Why are you trying to fit into a society that you cannot be able to fit in, that you have to struggle to maintain, take loans, and do other things to be able to maintain it? The other situation, you're now waiting for your children with the other parents. And they're talking about, oh, I bought these items while doing shopping in Milan. Oh, I bought this car, it is nice, leather seats, it actually massages myself. When you remember, your car actually hurts your back. And they're talking about a car that massages their back. Wonderful things. You start feeling the pressure. Now they start birthdays. The kids are going for birthdays, they're being invited for birthdays. In this birthday, all out catering. With catered, not just catering services, but even the decor is made for the color of the day. While you put up mixed up parties that don't have themes or food in such big arrays, they do not even have decor. And McHugh probably don't even have a compound to host this particular party. So you have to take it elsewhere, into some hotel. Pay a lot more money so that you can make your child feel like they can fit in this crowd that you're struggling to keep up with. Pressure. That is how pressure starts with. You again start struggling because you cannot be able to keep up. There's no problem as a problem that you know the solution but yet want to insist on still struggling on the same problem. You know the solution. Take your child to schools that you can be able to afford, and not just afford in terms of monthly payments, but afford in terms of all these other costs and appearances you have to make as your child goes to this school. You do not even want to hear of when the head teacher calls you to tell you you have not paid fees. In fact, even the head teacher might call you and ask you, if you cannot be able to keep up, please take your child in another school. They do not even ask you why you have not paid your fee. They ask you, if you cannot be able to stay in this school, please take your child and go to a public school that is free of charge. Pressure. Why are we keeping ourselves in the pressure to keep up with appearances? We have pressure from left, right, center, from our children, from the parents of other children, from the parking lot to picking the children, pressure upon pressure, coming back from holiday, pressure upon pressure. Live a simple life. Invest, save, and grow your family. In fact, all this money that you're taking to this private school, take it, invest it, put it aside, take your child to Harvard, where they can be able to have a career and have an actual return on investment on money they have put towards education, because all this baby school and running school and foundation classes do not have a real ROI, return on investment. Just because your child can learn French doesn't mean they will actually make use of that French to be able to give them financial benefit or career growth. Just because your child is learning swimming doesn't mean they have a real instructor. It could just be one of the few things that you are paying for to as packs that you are paying for, and actually do not actually bring value to your child. So instead of putting yourself on this pressure, save, invest, grow, set your child up for success. In fact, give them a nudge and give them something to start off life with, and keep them away from debt in their university education, because when your child grows, they have a good career, they have gone to a good school because you paid for it, a university, you paid for it. They start career, have no debt, and again, you give them something to be able to go towards either their home purchase or house construction. You're setting up your children better for success than the parent who is struggling for high cost elementary primary school education for them.